Good morning, everyone. This is Martha from Explore New York. It's been a while, but here I am, and it's a beautiful fall day, this September 12th. And I'm actually uptown in Manhattan, in the area known as Washington Heights. You remember the Broadway musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who actually lived in this area. He grew up here. Not in this house, but he grew up in the neighborhood. This is the Morris Jumel Mansion, and it was built in 1765 as a summer residence for British Colonel Roger Morris and his wife. Roger Morris was actually a loyalist. He also was a friend of George Washington, who, by the way, lived here. George Washington actually slept here on the second floor. I mean, we always hear stories about where Washington slept. Well, this was where his headquarters was. After the Battle of Brooklyn, he escaped Brooklyn and came up here and established his headquarters here on the second floor. Stephen Jumel was a French immigrant from Saint-Domingue, or today's Haiti, and he was an importer of French wine and luxury goods. He married Eliza Bowen, and they lived here in this house as well. So the current name of the house is the Morris Jumel Mansion. This is a great place to come with your school groups for any history lessons if you're learning about colonial America and revolutionary times. Of course, this being the COVID time, they are now just opening up. Today I was able to get in. This was their first day that they allowed me in. I bought a ticket and I walked through the museum on my own, but it's well worth a visit, everyone. And as I take you over to this area, you're going to see a row of houses which were actually built in the late 19th century, around 1882. It's called Sylvan Terrace. And I'm just going to walk over this mound of dirt or mound of grass. I'm a New Yorker, so grass to me is dirt. But now maybe I should just walk the pathway. That'll be easier. And then this estate was actually part of 135 acres. It's down to about an acre and a half right now. But this is the Morris Jumel Mansion right here. And I'm walking over now towards the area known as Sylvan Terrace. You know, there's lots of New York that's yet to be discovered. Most of my tours deal with Midtown, Lower Manhattan, some parts of Harlem. This is actually in the Harlem area. Again, it's the area known as Washington Heights. Harlem's quite a big area. It's huge, in fact. There's many different neighborhoods within Harlem. Good morning. And they're setting up the museum now for some program that they're going to do. Again, this is just the reopening, so it's kind of encouraging to see all of this. But if you take a look right here across the street, there's Sylvan Terrace. And I'm going to walk you across the street here so you can see the cobblestone streets. But take a look at the architecture. This was primarily for working class folks back then, about 1882. They may have been carriage drivers or makers of carriages. Back then, there were no cars. So there would have been people making carriages, building them, and many of them lived in these houses. This is mostly private dwelling now, these types of homes. In fact, I was looking in the real estate section not too long ago, and one sold for well over $1.5 million. So this is Sylvan Terrace from the Morris Jumel Mansion. And I'll just show you the Morris Jumel right there across the street. Anyway, that's my little tour for today, and I hope you're all doing well. We're all coming back to life here in New York. You know, it's been a tough year, as you know, but it is what it is, and we're doing the best we can. And I thought I would point out an area that you wouldn't normally see on a tour. Okay, take care, folks. See you soon. Bye-bye.